Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Camelot 2020 finale. How about a big round of applause for the creative team? Combo Director Stefan Dimitriades, Technical Director Amir Kozai, Choreographer Stephen Todd, and Director, your Queen of Camelot, Rachel Snyder. Hi. I just wanted to say that I miss all of you so much, and I am so sad that the moments that we had was taken away from us, was cut short. I wish I could bring it back. I wish I could give us more time, but yeah. We had so much more to do. We had so much more to experience, so much more to feel, so much more to do, so much more to inspire, so much more to spread our whys. But I'm glad that we got to share special moments with each other. We've done awesome things this year, awesome things. We've gone through a lot of things this year. And I am so proud of every single one of you for what you have done, what you have achieved. And you remember when we told you to seize every moment and to be grateful for where you are, because you never know when it's not going to happen again. Now we're here. I hope the moments that you did have will push you when times do get tough, when there are moments that you don't really want to do it, but you need to. I hope you come back to those moments where you had to push yourself this season, this year, this everything, to do the amazing things that you did. And you have so much more to do in life, to inspire, to just achieve, and to be successful. And I can't wait to see what those things are. I am so excited to see what the outcome of the beings that you all are going to be. Because you were given a set of skills, a set of tools, a mindset that you can do anything. You can be amazing. You will always be in beast mode. You will achieve great things. You will always inspire. You will always continue spreading your why. My why was always to inspire, to make you a better version of yourself, to carry that love, that inspiration, your why to other people. And I can easily and happily say that I think I did achieve that with every single one of you, even if you're returning or going out into the real world. I'm so proud of all of you, and I miss you all so much, and I love you all so much. Again, I'm always here if you ever need me. Just give me a call, a text, a band message. I'm always here. I love you all.
Iridescent to me is a group of strong, powerful, and musically talented women who I've been blessed to coach this year, and I've gotten to watch them grow not just as performers, but as a family of girls who really came together and discovered a lot of success principles along the way. I think my favorite rehearsal with them was the rehearsal where we were only going to spend about 10 minutes talking on stage together, and it ended up being about an hour where we really delved into their why. Why are they there to perform? Why do they show up every week? Why do they want to do this? Because to me, that's way more important than just performing for a trophy. And it was really cool to listen to them share with each other. There were tears shed, there was laughter. But when we were finally done that little powwow, their rehearsal, their run through of the show was the most powerful, electrifying run through that I've ever seen. And that's a true testament to the fact that you have to have a why when you perform. And these girls were the first that I got to experience that with when it came to their rehearsal. You look at the success that they've had this year. I mean, they've made finals twice. They beat out so many mixed groups. They swept their division twice. I think my favorite sweep that they had, though, would have had to have been at Polka, because they were, first of all, behind in prelims, and they blew past the competition. They beat a really, really strong school in the finals, and they swept it. So I was so proud of them. And then, they had a great run at Ross. They came in first runner up there. And then they had an amazing, probably the best performance I've ever seen a unisex group do at Manchester. And granted, the outcome wasn't what we all agreed should have been. That was their moment when they realized that the feeling of performing your absolute best and going all out and not holding anything back was way more important than what three people thought of you and how they scored you. So I was really, really proud of these girls. And I'm also so proud of their leadership. Their captains this year, Jada, Cassidy, and Hannah, did a phenomenal job leading these girls. It was such an honor coaching them to coach others and watching them grow as leaders. So I'm really excited for you to hear from them.
Hey guys, it's Hannah. I just wanted to hop on here and say thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity this year to be a captain. It was truly one of the best experiences I've ever had, and I loved it so much. A few things I gained from being captain this year was 1, better leadership skills in general. 2, I feel like that I can attend to / help a group or an individual much better than I could before. And 3, it just really helped me come out of my shell and not be such a shy person and everything, and not be nervous and stuff. Some of my favorite memories from this year would have to be 1, just getting to see Erie every single day or every other day and stuff, having practice with them, having class with them. They are seriously the most loving, caring, sweetest people on this planet, and they're the best girls I have ever worked with in my life. They're such amazing girls. And then my other favorite memory from this year would have to be when we were at Polka. It's a competition, and unisex finals and mixed finals. So we were standing up there and they were doing unisex, and we were like, oh my god, me and Jada were up there. We were really, really nervous. We were holding hands really tight. And they said, best choreo, Iridescent. Best band, Iridescent. Best vocals, Iridescent. So we were really, really happy that we won grand champs that competition. Then it was like, and they said first runner up, Fairfield. And me and Jada looked at each other and we started like bawling. The tears were falling out of our eyes, and it was like the best moment ever. It was the most sweetest moment ever. There's actually a picture of us that the photographer at Polka got, and it's a picture of me and Jada hugging, and we're crying, and it's like the cutest thing ever. Some things I really hope to instill in the girls this year was just being overall a stronger woman, and just like being able to go out there and know like they can do anything that they put their mind to. Don't ever give up. Always work your hardest. Just give it all you got and stuff. And just like a few shout outs that I want to give and stuff. Thank you so much to Miss Snyder for working so hard with us this year, and just seriously being the best director out there. She's the most sweetest and loving person ever. And I just don't know what I would have done this year if we didn't have you. Like, you're literally the best of the best, and I love you so much. Thank you to Amir for always also having our backs and being there and doing all of our tech, because I know that gets a little crazy. You are seriously like a magician. You are amazing and stuff. And then my last shout out just goes to my 2 partners in crimes, Jada and Cassidy. Thank you guys so much for working with me this year and just having my back no matter what, always being there for me, sticking up for me, and just loving me no matter what. So I love you guys, and I'm going to miss you guys so much next year. And to my Erie girls, next year's going to be a great year. It's going to be awesome. I love you guys. I miss you guys so much right now, and I wish I could see you guys. Bye, you guys.
Hi, I'm Cassidy, and I'm an Iridescent dance captain. So one of the biggest things that I've gained from this year is just all the relationships that came out of being a dance captain. You get to have a lot of one-on-one, but also big group experiences. But one of the things that's like most memorable to me is so many times where I just had to like make up a speech to get my point across. And I'm really going to miss doing that, just pulling it out of nowhere and just hoping people understand what I mean. And all this like leadership that I've gotten from this, I've gotten so many skills out of doing this that I'm really going to be taking this with me and putting this towards my future. And then one of the things that I really feel like I got to instill in everyone that I really hope that they take with them is that it's okay to mess up, and it's okay to laugh at yourself, and just take a moment, take as long as you need, and just put that energy back into what you're doing, because we all mess up and we all look stupid before, and it is totally okay, and you just got to get through it. And so what I'm really grateful for this year is Miss Snyder for believing in me and believing that I can do this, because it was such a rough start at first. But also I want to thank my friends, mostly Lexi Cunahan and Michaela Bland, for really helping me through this year. They would push me to do even better, because I never knew what I was doing at first, and they really told me what's working and what's not. And lastly, I really like to thank the rest of Iridescent just for trusting me and trusting what I say and just doing it, because Lord knows I did not know what I was doing at all, but it was so fun, and I just love everyone, and I'm really going to miss this program and miss everyone next year, but I will definitely visit. So goodbye.
Hi, I'm Jada, and I was a dance captain for Iridescent. Being a dance captain, I gained many skills to being a leader with the help of Miss Snyder and the girls in Iridescent. One thing I picked up on was leading with positivity. If a girl were to be having a problem with choreo or just not giving me enough facials, I'd let her know what she was doing wrong, but I wouldn't just tell her that she's doing it wrong. I'd encourage her to keep working hard, and once I see her improving, I'll let her know that she's doing great. I'd also make sure to not catch an attitude with the girls, or if I was having a bad day, I'd make sure I didn't bring that type of energy into rehearsal or in the classroom, because nobody wants to work with a weird atmosphere, when everyone's grumpy. I remember when we were first learning our choreo for telephone, and Steven and Miss Snyder needed to go figure out blocking and all that, and captains had to clean. I remember that was the hardest choreo I could get down. I just could not get it, and having to clean it, I was getting so frustrated with myself because I didn't know what was going on, and I was literally on the verge of tears. But I remember the girls just being so encouraging. They were like, you can do it, it's literally the first day, you're fine. And I'm like, what am I stressing about? They don't care. I literally thought they were hating me because I didn't know what I was doing. I also remember how the girls would come up to me and ask me questions about choreo, or just things that's going on for the week, and I'd be like, why, I'd think to myself, why are you asking me? Why are they coming up to me and asking me all these questions? But then I realized, oh, I'm the captain. So I thought that was just kind of funny, because every day when I walked in the class, or just walked into the course room, there'd be a couple Erie girls and just be like, hi Jada, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. If I was sad that day, I'd feel so much better just because an Erie girl said hi to me. I hope because of captaining, I take with me the aspects of leadership, such as communication skills and being patient, etc., and just taking that with me to the real world in case I get a job, and I already know, how to, work a job. I hope from this year the girls learned that if you're a part of a team and you want something for that team, it can't just be about you. Of course, you need to work on stuff that you need to work on, but if you see a teammate having a hard time or anything, then you should go help. And that way, everybody can be on track, and you'll get what you're working for. When your team wins a competition, on the trophy, it doesn't just say your name, it says your team's name. I am so grateful for Hannah and Cassidy for being captains with me. I've had a really great time with y'all, and I don't think I could have done it without y'all. I'm also grateful for Miss Snyder and all of Iridescent and all of ND and all my friends that have been with me since the beginning for making this year the best show choir experience I've ever had.
Beautiful look on the stage. I love those dresses, ladies. Nice. past the big build into the dance break. Good for you.
Awards, we'll start with the unisex. We'll start with best choreography. Clover Hill, Iridescent. Best vocals. Clover Hill, Iridescent. First runner-up, Fairfield, Pure Elegance. And your unisex grand champions, Clover Hill, Iridescent.
in motion and the wheels keep spinning round, moving in reverse with no way out. And now I'm one step closer to you, 2 steps far from you. Everybody wants you. Everybody wants you. How many nights does it take to count the stars? That's the time it would take to fix my heart. Oh, baby, I was there for you. All I ever wanted was the truth. Yeah, yeah. How many nights have you wished someone would stay? Lie awake, only hoping they're okay. I have never counted all of mine. If I tried, I know it would feel like since you went away, there's nothing left in mind. I feel myself running out of time. One step closer to being 2 steps far from you. Everybody wants you. Everybody wants you. How many nights does it take to count the stars? That's the time it would take to fix my heart. I was there for you. All I ever wanted was hoping they're okay. If I tried, I know it would feel
Yo, Ellen, where you at? I've been calling your phone like all night. You said you was gonna be with some friends, but it's been like 3 hours. Man, call me back.
baby, you cry, I can't hear a thing. I've been the service in the club, you say. What did you say? Oh, you're breaking up for me. Sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm kind of busy. I'm kind of busy. Sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm kind of busy. Just a second, it's my favorite song they're gonna play.
Let's talk a little bit just about your legacy. Miss Snyder has mentioned that, and let's take a second to give Miss Snyder a huge embrace of applause and virtual hugs and stuff. Man, she came in here first year, kept us moving, kept the ship moving. We've done great things, and I like her direction. She's got a new modern edginess that I think with the props and the costumes, the music, her vision is a great vision. I'm happy to work with her. I know you guys enjoyed it. I look at it. I'm a big basketball fan, but this was like the '96 Bulls of show bands. This is one of the great show bands that ever existed. In the art. Some of these people like Brock and Eric Van Cleve and all that have communicated to Miss Snyder and to me about how amazing that you guys are. That you guys have just raised the bar. And we've done it in the past, but we continue to do that, and that is admired in the show choir world, and that's something huge, man. And we should be proud of ourselves for that. That's my addiction: travel and touring, and having a chance to do that with you guys, in Ohio, West Virginia, sorry. Going through the mall and stuff like that, and just hitting the road with you guys. That was good fun. We did so well there, and I believe we got our grand championship there, and we won our band trophy like we've done each time. And I enjoyed watching the cheeky vlogs. Enjoyed some of our goofing around. Maybe not necessarily the most productive times, but all work and no play. That's not how it should be done. We had our fun, and like I said, my motto is work hard, play harder, in that order. Get it done, and then have fun. Wow, man, I'm like a poet, and I didn't even know it. Got the rhyme all the time. I'm feeling right tonight. Anyway, enough of that. So anyway, I'm gonna part with you guys, but just remember that you guys are here in the heart, just like all the Big Cheeks family before and everyone in the future. And I really enjoyed having all of you there, and I'm really bummed that it got cut short. But let's fingers crossed we're gonna have a 2021. And we'll rebound, and we'll keep this machine moving. And to the seniors, thank you so much for your time, your efforts, your service to the organization. I wish you all luck. 2020, I'm in a park. I don't know if I should yell it, but when I say best, you say, hopefully you guys are screaming. I can't hear it. It's dark out here, and I don't want to seem like a vagrant out here screaming, best band, on the streets of the city at night. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Love you guys, all of you. And take care of yourselves, wash your hands. You know the drill. All right.
What's really interesting about Big Cheeks and my personal story? We actually saw Clover Hill Show Choirs perform for the first time 4 years ago with my program. Actually, well, 3 years ago. It would have been the seniors' freshman year. And we saw them at a competition. And after their show was done with New Dimensions, my husband looks at me and says, I would go see Big Cheeks in concert all by themselves, and this was before we had any clue we were going to end up here. He was a Big Cheeks fan. I mean, everybody's a Big Cheeks fan. Just the culture, the camaraderie, the musicianship, the vlogs that they do, they have such a unique atmosphere. And what I love about this band is they are hungry. They go after it. I've had show choir directors talk to me like, how do you get your band so good? And I'm just like, they have heart. It really comes down to heart. I am so proud of this group, and I just love that they are a part of our family. I'm not sure how you could possibly replace a Sam bill when it comes to this band and this program, but we're going to try. Sam came in and I was just blown away by his leadership potential and just his demeanor and his heart. And I really appreciate him allowing me to coach him further in leadership. And it's just been amazing to watch him grow as a performer and as a leader. I mean, this band just respects him so much. And, well, I'll let them show you how much.
My name is Sam Bill. I play the trumpet, and I have good tone. One, two, three, four. Da, 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 da. People are trying to sleep in their own.
Hey, it's Sam. I am here to talk a little bit about like my experiences as being Big Cheeks leader. Going into my first year as leader, my junior year, I was terrified. I had just got over my my spinal fusion surgery, so I was a little bit in a rough place, and I was nervous, and I was kind of struggling with the fact that it's like I'm going to lead this band, and it has such like a high standard, so it almost felt like I had something to prove, which is really not a great motivation to lead with. And so I learned that music is something that needs to be formed by like a group of people that are like really like a family, and that's what I wanted to create. I wanted to create a space where it's like y'all could be open and say what's on your mind about the music or just about life, and just feel like these are your people, and the good thing is that I had people like Spencer and Owen, where it's like I didn't have to, I didn't know everything, and so they really helped me kind of learn from each other, and they helped me with the weaknesses that I had, and I hope that I was able to help them with the strengths that I have. So, and that's what I kind of wanted to instill with a lot of you, is that, you're not alone, and just because you're a leader for something doesn't mean that you have all the answers. It's like, and you're in this position so you can help push others and help others grow, and it's not about how much do I know or what you know, it's like what we all, like as a group, can do, and I also want to thank, it's like Stefan, where it's like, he kind of gave me this like other perspective on music, where it's like it can be so much fun, and you can really love music, and one of the best stories that I have of like this past year is like because he likes to do these crazy analogies of like music and musical terms and stuff with just random things, and so like this year it was, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was like a forte piano or some type of accent or articulation, and he just wanted to have that, that sound that he wanted. So what he said, it was like, take a full burrito and just drop it on a table, and that's the sound that we're looking for, which is something that's just like, even something as funny as that, it really hit me, because it's just like, you can make something so fun if you're just looking through a different perspective. It doesn't have to be work, which is what I was kind of at, but it, allowed me to push myself, and I think that created like an environment that I'm really, really proud to be a part of. So yeah, I'm really just so thankful and proud to be the leader of Big Cheeks, and yeah, so thank you.
I mean, you have a tuba on stage.
boys. Big Cheeks, you're rocking back there.
Oh my God, your band is so freaking good.
Our next group comes all the way from a living room near you. This is the premier unisex mixed group at Clover Hill High School. With no direction from Rachel Snyder, choreography disavowed by Stephen Todd, and accompanied by the no student combo Saggy Cheeks, I give you Irritation.
One way or another, I'm gonna spray you. I'm gonna spray you, spray you, spray you, spray you. One way or another, I'm gonna brush you. I'll brush you, I'll brush you. One wig or another, I'm gonna swing you. I'm gonna swing you, swing you, swing you, swing you. One day, maybe next week, I'm gonna burn you. I'll burn you, I'll burn you. I will not wear a bum. My hair is fake just like Trump. It hangs to my rump. Or another, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you, hit you, hit you, hit you.
Boy who's in ND calls me up about 2. He wants to come and see me, but it's after curfew. We send each other Snapchats and we steal a little kiss. We wanna be together to explore a little bliss. I think that he's a calling, but it isn't my phone. My night has just been ruined by my chaperone. Saying no room together with a girl and a boy. You're here to be in show choir, not to have some joy. Now my night has become such a bore. Can't leave his room because there's tape on the door.
Wondering when new cheeks will get to play. Forced apart, keep our distance and we must not touch. What creative ways will we now go to school? Mrs. Snyder says it's time for
calling all day. I need to bring my tights, my wig, and my show bra. Call me back. Hello, baby, you called, I can't hear a thing. I am in the kitchen making indie taco meat. What you need, your tights, your show bra, and you need your wig. Give me 15, I am making indie taco meat. Just a second now, you need your shoes, you need your dress. I spilled the indie taco meat, it's making quite a mess. You should have called me sooner when you knew that I was free. And now you won't stop calling me, I'm kind of busy. Stop calling, cooking me, can't talk anymore. I'll bring your tights and your wig and your show bra. Stop calling, cooking me, can't talk anymore. I'll bring your wig and your tights and your show bra. I'm just sick of me, but I'm still at home. I'm just gonna move my telephone. Bring your bra when I leave my home. Now I'm just gonna move my telephone. I'm cooking me, but I'm still at home. Now I'm just gonna move my telephone. Bring your bra when I leave my home. Now I'm just gonna move my telephone.
It's a change. My zipper stuck, what a mess, won't be in time. I'm trying to leave the girls. What's the next time? My dress falls off when I fall down. Waiting. Only got 4 seconds to change, the girl's still hesitating. Come through, grab my shoes, time is waiting. Only got 4 seconds to change, the girl's still hesitating. Only got 4 seconds to change, the girl's Our final group is the premier group from Clover Hill. They have won numerous caption awards, including World's Best Uncle, Perfect Attendance, and Employee of the Month. Musical direction by Yo Mama, choreography by Who's Your Daddy, and accompanied, of course, by Saggy Cheeks. From Midlothian, Virginia, I give you Old Dementia! Just take a nap. Driver seems lost. He just drove off the map. Stuck on here for hours. It's an awful place. Going to Ohio for a charter bus. I'm going to Ohio on a charter bus.
Well, hello there, it's me, I'm Amir, don't you see? Better hush and listen up good. The old techie is gone, but the tech must go on, done by me, is that understood? So shut up and toe the line, while I redefine how ND will be mine. I got a dream, gonna blow out the steam. What is lit, what is not, can both change in a shot, and people me, I couldn't care more. Cause for me, looking cute, wearing my techie suit is a strategy I adore. You can go and take a hike. When you want your mic, you will sing what I like. You are my dolls, my little miracles. I'm a mad techie. You can just call me Amir. A mad techie. I am the victim, but I'm still here. If you don't
from West Virginia to a new school, to a new group. Bright and early, got a brand new vendor. Can't the old one, can't the old one. Then the news said that I was arrested. That was fake news, not arrested. Carry on my time to drown in sorrow. With tomorrow, with tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, but I can do the math. When we are not on schedule, that is when you'll feel my wrath. Now all I want to tell you, now all I want to say, the day we beat our hurdles is a very happy day. Rachel's World. Rachel's World. Moving through so deep in my box, I touch on me more and more. I'm a fox. When I dance, judges begging me not to go. Yell and stop 2 or 3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try and explain. How I'm feeling, my pride is wondering. 'Cause I know I don't understand just how my dance can do what no one else can. He says I'm dancing too sexy right now. The judge says I'm dancing too sexy right now. Dancing so sexy, the songs that we dance, I got dancing too sexy right now. You can do it so deep in my box. Touch my more time o'clock. Now I stop 2 and 3 times in a row. The judge said I'm getting the down right now. I know I'm getting the down right now. I'm getting the down right now. I know I'm getting the down right now. Yes, I'm going to make it. Yes, I'm going to make it. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Yes, I'm dancing so badly. Oh,
Hello, my loves. Happy quarantine. I'm here in South Dakota at my parents' house, and I am, locked in my room downstairs right now that I grew up in, and it's been nice to be home. But I know that this has been a really weird end to your year, but I just want you to know how proud of you I am and how excited I am for the year that we've had and for the future of the program. But I found this quote from my favorite author that I would like to read to you. It's from Brene Brown, and it says, "Teachers are the guardians of spaces that allow students to breathe and be curious and explore the world and be who they are without suffocation. Students deserve one place where they can rumble with vulnerability and their hearts can exhale." So I hope that that is the environment that I've helped create for you. I hope you have felt loved, and I hope that you have enjoyed your success, and know that, if you're graduating, you will always have a home back in that auditorium, hopefully with air conditioning. Excuse me. But I love you. Congratulations on an amazing year, and we'll see some of you soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.
As I stated before, I got to witness New Dimensions 3 to 4 years ago at a competition, and I was blown away. It inspired me. It inspired my groups. Just the caliber of the performance, how not only was it technically sound, but just how entertaining it was and how much energy was coming off the stage. That Elton John closer was just phenomenal. But here we go, fast forward to 3 to 4 years later, and I'm in charge of this program, and these kids just totally like have me wrapped around their finger, I swear. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am Mama Bear and I am the director, and there's a fine line between, the whole friendship teacher thing. But I know if I was in high school with this group, like, they would have been my friends. Like, they are just such a phenomenal group, family oriented. They really care about each other. They build each other up. They hold each other accountable, which I love. And they work. They love to work because they know what it's going to get in the end. And I know I made them work a little bit harder this year, or a little bit sooner than they're used to. And I'm sure at first they were kind of like, what's going on? But it was so cool to see them come competition season just be so stress-free and so mellowed out and not worry about anything, because we already knew exactly what we were doing. And Stephen and I told them from day one, this year you are the group that is going to change the face of show choir across the nation. And they have. They have. Everyone knows of Clover Hill's New Dimensions 2020. The other thing about this group is they worked hard, so they got to play hard, and they love to play hard. Check this out. had a tough time choosing captains this year because I didn't really know these kids. I had to go off of what I saw and just chatting with them for a little bit. And I'm so glad that I made the right decision because this team of five, the Fab Five, I call them, have just been incredible to work with. They have servants' hearts. They truly care about the program above all, above themselves, above the group. They care about the program. And they're so talented at instructing and leading. And it was such an honor to teach them how to lead others.
Hey, my name's Andre. I am a senior dance captain in New Dimensions, and this year has just been so good, and it's probably one of my favorite years of show choir. And while being a dance captain, I learned to be a leader, learned how to step out of my box, to be comfortable, to be more open with everyone, especially in ND since I'm their dance captain. And I just, throughout the time, I've gotten really comfortable, and I'm grateful for what I learned. And throughout the year, we've had a lot of memories. We've had traveling and all that. But my favorite memory is probably just being around everyone on the bus, traveling, and just being with everyone, having so much fun, then competing the next day, and just coming home all happy. It's just, that's what I love about show choir. It's honestly the best, and that's probably my favorite moment. In the future, I wish to take all of my leadership skills and everything I've learned of being a dance captain into the future, because I know for a fact it's going to help and it will impact a lot of things I do. I hope the group has learned how to be open as well as me. I want them to be happy. I want them to smile. I want them to live their life and to be who they want to be, and don't let anyone stop them from being what they truly want to be. And I hope they all learn that this year from me. So yeah, really grateful for a lot of people, my family, my friends, Miss Snyder, Amir, thank you guys. Steven, I thank you all for everything you've done for us and for me. But I give a big shout out to two of my good friends, Eli and Willem. They've been with me since the beginning of show choir, and none of us knew we would get close, and we ended up being the trio, and I can't do anything without them. They're my best friends, and thank you for making this year great. And thank you, and ND and Erie, for everything you guys have done for me. And I love you all, and good wishes.
Hi, this is Erin, and this year I was a ND dance captain. From being a dance captain this year, I learned how to become a better leader within a larger group of people, and with this, I got to work on teamwork skills as well as my work ethic and time management skills. This year, I have improved and been working on my leadership skills, which I hope to bring with me into my senior year and to my years after high school. This year, being a leader and leading this group and being a dance captain has been one of the best years yet. Some of my favorite memories has been seeing each and every person in the group as individuals and as a group itself grow and improve from our very first day of choreo until our very last performance at Manchester. Another one of my favorite memories has been us sitting down as a group, talking about the show, watching the show, and inspiring each other to do better so that we make sure that our next performance is even better than the one that we previously had. I hope that as a dance captain, I have shown inspiration to always grow as a performer and never give up on reaching your goal. This year, I am so grateful for my fellow dance captains. Each and every one of them has shown and taught me to grow each day to be a better captain. Also, I am very grateful for Miss Snyder for giving me this opportunity to lead this group, and so me and the fellow dance captains can lead this group to where we are now.
Hello, my name is Ben Tolbert, and I'm a senior dance captain of New Dimensions. Being a dance captain is a unique leadership opportunity. This leadership role is not only a confidence booster in talking in front of big groups, but it helps develop a stronger and better relationship with the choir from both working with the big group and your small groups. It helps you have a better and greater appreciation for the choir and the director and previous dance captains. I hope to take these skills I have learned throughout being a dance captain and utilize them in my future career, such as being a leader, communication skills, working with specific people, working with small groups. I hope to remember each and every memory I've made throughout the 4 years of being an ND and just cherish them the rest of my life, just because they're amazing memories. In my small group, when I got to talk with some like 6 or 7 boys, I hope I instilled the confidence and the idea that cherish stuff while you have it. Just being a senior of New Dimensions and finally ending my show choir career, it's sad to think that I won't have this opportunity anymore. So I hoped I instilled the fact that they should appreciate it and enjoy it while it lasts. Also, I hope that I was a role model of a good leader, so potentially they could become a leader of one of these show choirs in the future. As a dance captain, you get to see the growth of the group from the beginning of the year to the end of the year in the last performance, which was Manchester this year. And you just get to see the growth of not only the whole group, but each and every single person as a performer and a character of themselves. Which that's one of my favorite parts of being a dance captain, is that I get to see the new show choir kids and the experienced show choir kids all grow as performers and people. They show more dedication, commitment to the show and dancing and singing, and it's just incredible to watch. Some of my favorite memories are just some like specific moments when possibly I stayed after rehearsal to work with one person, maybe to practice the boys' number dance break. Another memory is just working really hard on the boys' number in the very beginning of the year. And then finally, at Manchester, one of the judges saying we're one of the best boys groups they've ever seen. That was just amazing to hear, just all of our work paying off. Some people I want to thank is Miss Snyder for helping me grow as the leader I am. I want to thank my mom and my dad for helping, just supporting me throughout these 4 years, accepting the fact that I stay after rehearsal sometimes for an hour or two just to help like clean up or do costumes. And last but not least, I just want to say that I love show choir because it is a place where all these different students come from different backgrounds and come into this group of students that create amazing art. And not only are we making and performing these shows, but behind the scenes, we're creating this group of friends and family that have left a mark on Clover Hill Show Choir and has started this new era of show choir at Clover Hill High School. And last thing I gotta say is, let's get crazy!
Hi, Elizabeth here. I wanted to start right off by talking about how thankful and blessed I am to have been part of this program for the past 4 years. I started show choir when I was a freshman. I was in Iridescent, and sophomore year on, I was in New Dimensions. And now I am privileged enough to have been a dance captain for New Dimensions, which I'm so thankful for because in a way, I think I've learned more than I ended up teaching. I learned from each and every one of you. I think one of my favorite memories, one of my first memories of being a dance captain was the second day of choreo week, where we were learning this this arm sequence that the girls were doing, and the way it had been described to us was like, open alligator, close alligator, swim the alligator. And we were all very confused. I was very confused. I didn't know how to teach it. None of the girls really knew what it was. And we were kind of stumped, frustrated. We came back to it the next day and we all had it pretty much completely perfectly because we had gone home and worked on it. And I think that's a testament to how hardworking this group truly is. Each and every person is so invested in the success of us as a group and the success of other people in the group. And I think that's something really special and unique about just Clover Hill Show Choir in general, is that we're invested in each other's success. So something that I hope everyone remembers from this year is that adversity does not have to be a block in the road. Even though it's an obstacle, we definitely learned how to work around difficult times, difficult circumstances, and propel ourselves towards success. And I think we learned that success in spite of adversity is even more satisfying than just having an easy road to, the grand champ. I also think recent circumstances have definitely taught us all to appreciate the time that we have with the people that we have, and to make sure that you're always putting your best foot forward and putting all your passion into the things that you love and pouring all your love into the people who share those passions. That's a really unique thing that we have in show choir, is other than being a big family who's bonded by our own friendships, we're bonded by our love of performing and our love of show choir overall. So keep that with you throughout the rest of high school, and keep that with you after high school. Last of all, I want to say thank you to all the people who made show choir what it was for me this year.
Thank you, of course, to Ms. Snyder and Amir for giving us no options but to succeed. Thank you for believing in us, and thank you for setting us up to do our very best. Thank you to everyone in New Dimensions for letting me be one of your dance captains. It truly was one of the best experiences I could have had, and I've learned so many things that I'm going to bring with me for the rest of my life. I've met so many amazing people in this group that have changed me, either in a little way or in a big way. You've all really taught me how to be the best version of myself, and I thank you for that.
Hi, I'm Trent, and I have been in New Dimensions for all 4 years of my time at Clover Hill, and I'm extremely grateful to have served as an ND dance captain for the past 2 years. I have become a much more confident person and leader while being dance captain. After applying for dance captain after my sophomore year, I even gained the courage to also run for additional leadership positions at Clover Hill, becoming a Science National Honor Society officer, a lead mentor in the freshman mentoring program, and an officer for SCA. But without a doubt, I've gained the most leadership experience under the guidance of Ms. Snyder this past year as dance captain. She has always held us to a higher standard, and I can't forget the time she had us read a book on being a leader or something like that, and we had a sort of seminar at the Flying Pig. I hope to take all of this leadership training as dance captain with me to college at UVA as I get involved in a new chapter of my life. Personally, I hope I have instilled a strong work ethic in everyone in New Dimensions, and I also hope ND is aware that all of the hard work and attention to details in the choreo pays off at competitions. In addition, I hope I have set a good example for being approachable and helpful for anyone in show choir that hopes to become a dance captain in the future. I'm super grateful for Ms. Snyder's passionate, hardworking, and persevering self, because she has truly showed what it means to rise to the occasion and overcome adversity. I'm not sure if he will see this as well, but I'm extremely grateful for Stephen Todd for taking both ND and Erie in with open arms and being able to dance his crazy good choreography for my senior year. Also, shout out to my mom and dad for being super supportive during my time in show choir. I will never forget all of the long practices, and I will never forget the great feeling of representing the best show choir in Virginia while standing on stage, hearing our name being called as grand champions. This group has become a second family of mine, and I hope I've made a positive impact as dance captain the past 2 years. I cannot wait to see where this life-changing program heads in the future, as it continues on with the tradition of excellence always found in the Clover Hill High School show choir program.
I like the straight jackets. All right, guys. Great intensity. Yes. Fantastic work, family. Crispy, clean formation. Love your blocking. Oh, very clean vocal intensity. I hear the harmony. All right, ladies, great shoe choice. My goodness, your outfits, your costumes are phenomenal. All right, something I have to point out right now. The energy from the front of the stage all the way to the back riser is incredible. You guys are clean, concise, and I absolutely love the continuity. Your blocking transitions are some of the best I've seen tonight. Thank you for staying focused and intent when you're moving. This is a wonderful moment. I love the feminine strength. The ladies in the vignettes and the silhouettes. I love the individuality. Oh, I love the dresses, ladies. Great shoe choices as well. Lock into that beat, ladies. This is one of the strongest male groups I've seen so far. Guys, you should really be proud of yourself. Guys, this is a number with maturity that is well beyond your years. I'm really proud of all of this. Who's ever been working with these boys? Pat yourself on the back. Rachel Snyder? Woo. This is great. Yes, dynamics and breathlessness. Come on. Yes, guys. That was absolutely phenomenal. I love the look. Your blocking was perfect. Everybody was together and everybody was in individual. Another costume. Y'all about to work for me tonight. Come on.
choreographer, you deserve an award. This is great work. And you guys are so vocally present at this point in the show. That deserves its own recognition. Come on. All right, band. Y'all better reveal. And then play. Come on. Come on, y'all. Y'all better do this show. Yes, sir. This is what I'm waiting on. Right here. Okay, that's enough criticism. I'm sitting back and enjoying this. Y'all better work. Yes. Go, go. Go, 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 go. That is what I am talking about. Come on, New Dimensions. That is what I am talking about. Guys, you have blown me away today. The amount of vocal acuity, the difficulty of this routine, what you put into it, the energy from the floor to the back riser. There wasn't one gap in this performance. One gap in the performers, and the band is tremendous. Y'all could go on tour tonight. Every adult that helped and led and tutored these young people, you deserve an award and a pat on the back. This is one of the most solid performances that I have ever seen as a judge or a host, and I thank you for it. My goodness. New Dimensions, Clover Hill High School. This is Christopher Morgan. I'm done. Woo!
All right. Best choreography overall.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Sponsored by Toyota Vantage. Clover Hill New Dimensions. Best vocals overall. Sponsored by Toyota Vantage. Clover Hill New Dimensions. All right, first runner-up, sponsored by Putnam County Bakes, Beaver Creek Friends. Andrew Grant. And your grand champion goes to Clover Hill New Dimensions.
Now this is on the finals overall total. First runner-up, Fairfield Corliers. Grand champions, Clover Hill New Dimensions. And both groups, you have...
Your first runner-up goes to Cosby Spotlight.
Yes. Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
And winner. Best show design. Best choreography.
Yep.
Best vocals.
Yes.
Your Tier 1 champion and grand champion of the night. Clover.
And I saved the best for last. Oh yes, I did. This is Clover Hill New Dimensions. Oh my god. This wasn't a show. This wasn't a show choir show. This felt like I was at a concert. The band, the vocals, the choreography, the theme. If you want to watch a real show choir show, Clover Hill New Dimensions 2020, look it up.
So shut up and toe the line. Might find how the soul will be mine. I have a dream. It's gonna be what is true, what is not. Will change and you shot people me. I couldn't care less. But in 2 seconds flat, living under my hat, strategy or success. I will look the other way. You wanna play something more than croquet. You catch my drift. My little personal gift. I'm the man. How it is the man. All you gotta do is submit. And if you don't, my friend, well then in the end, there'll be nothing left to defend. sun. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Made to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen.
Sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me.
Lips are devil red, the color of mocha. She will wear you out, living la vida loca. Living la vida loca. She's living la vida loca.
to say. And although I'll be out of sight, dear, no, I'll be right here forever, ever, ever, ever. When you look to the night skies, don't think of goodbyes. Think how I'm right here, ever, ever, ever. Come, no, you can't come with me. Stay. I wish I could. Goodbye. The universe won't let me, so please be good, and don't you forget me. And although I'll be out of sight, dear, no, I'll be right here.
Good evening. I am so excited to be here with you tonight. I'm gonna completely be honest. I wish we were doing this live. I wish this was on stage. You know me with vision. I had so much vision and ideas for what was going to be happening on that stage tonight that I am just so grateful for. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So I put my heart and soul into this, hours and hours of editing to result in a 2-hour show virtually, and I hope you're really enjoying it. I know I am. Every time I edited it, I was just enjoying it more and more and more, because any glimpse on this past year is just a dream come true. You know, I'm wearing the shirt that I wore on our first day together when I was your official director. At the reveal party, you know, and I remember thinking back then, like, how excited I was for the shows and how excited I was to meet you guys and get to know you all better. And I had no clue who you were inside. And then fast forward to when we started rehearsing and actually learning the vocals, and ND, y'all learned your vocals in a weekend. And I remember just watching your faces light up, like, we just did that, you know. And then when Steven came and you guys started learning your choreography, both groups, and halfway through the week, Steven and I were just like, what do we have our hands on? You know, we were so excited for the future. And I think that's been my biggest battle cry, is just showing you all what I saw as your end result. See, I think that's something that I'm very blessed to have, is something called vision and discernment. And all I ever want to do is try to show you all what I see in you. You know, I loved you exactly as you were coming into the program, but once I started working with you and get to know you, I saw victory. I saw how good you were going to be. And it was amazing to watch you all come to that realization and realize that, you know, like the stand up on your toes, go as high as you can. And then I would tell the kids, now go higher. And they would. And I'd be like, well, why didn't you do that the first time? I told you to go as high as you can. See, I knew you could go higher. You didn't know you could go higher. And I just love doing that for people. I love showing them who they're going to become. And thank you for trusting me. I hope that it paid off. You know, there were so many magical moments this year all together. But I for me personally, you know, it was awesome to watch y'all sweep your first competition. And it was awesome for ND to come alive at Ross and finally realize this is not about winning. This is about your camaraderie. And it was awesome for Erie to get that same feeling at Manchester. And for Big Cheeks, when your names were called as best band at the Ross competition, and then again, you know, and for y'all to be like, we're an undefeated band, you know, there were so many really cool moments. But I think my favorite moment for all of us was at Polka for a couple reasons. Number one, we weren't supposed to go to that competition. That was the one that got changed because Erie wasn't going to have any competition at the one we were supposed to go to. And I remember the seniors voting, and I knew what I was going to do in my heart. I just prayed that the seniors had their mindset too. And they all voted that we should go to Polka because then Erie gets more competition. And that was a pivotal point for this moment. I was going to say moment and point at the same time. That was a pivotal moment for this program because I know that made Erie feel so special, and that made Erie feel like they were on an equal playing field with ND. I really felt like that really bonded your programs together. And so just the fact that we went there instead, the fact that that ND and Erie were both down in prelims, and we had these moments in the interim. You know, it was crazy for me running back and forth. You know, I'm talking to Sam and telling him, here's what you need to do here. And he's listening and he's working with the band. And then I'm trying to work with Erie, but ND's awards were going on at the same time. And we were like every which way, and no other school was doing the work in between prelims to finals. No one else was doing the work. We were doing the work. All three groups were just working because that's how you win. You outwork people. We talked about that all year. And for us to be down in every category, vocals and performance, overall show, you know, everything. I mean, not Big Cheeks. They were the best band there, and they deserve that. They totally deserve that. I think it was by like 1.5 points or something like that. It doesn't matter. Details, that's why small, little, minute details matter. You know, a win is a win. And what was so cool was, you know, Iridescent this year, you talked about we didn't get to do the last finals. Girls, your last finals, you won. You know, typically unisex groups can't win finals because they're up against mixed groups in finals. You know, you're just honored to be there. But Iridescence's last finals this year, y'all, they won. They swept it. They had the best band. They won best choreo, best vocals. They came back and crushed the competition. And so I was so proud of that. And it was so cool that after they announced you all, ND could not shut up. They just kept yelling, Erie, Erie, Erie. You know, so just to see the camaraderie between y'all. And then when it came to ND's turn and we're all just like, what is going on? I have no clue what is going on, you know, and with the way awards went and everything, tie, but let's go back to prelims, but let's do this, but let's do that. And everything was just so confusing. But all I know is when they called first runner-up was Fairfield, and I love Fairfield, and their directors are friends of mine. I thought I was going to faint. Not because I didn't believe it, not because I didn't expect it, because you all know the night before, that's all we talked about was expectation. But just because it was physically, it just physically surfaced, it manifested. And just watching your faces and how proud you all were that you had beaten a group like as good as they, because y'all were like, they were so good. I said, exactly. And you were better than that. Not better than them, like, aha, but like you were better. That's how good you guys are. Like, that's what we see in you. You know, I remember talking to Sam afterwards. Sam was like, Miss Snyder, I like seriously pictured that it was tied in vocals and tied in choreography, and like the band score was what was going to put it over. And I'm like, there's a reason we envision stuff like that. You know, it's just, it was so cool. I think that was that was my favorite because of everything we experienced together that weekend and all the success principles that manifested themselves. But what y'all don't know is back in the fall when I was dealing with stuff, and I remember coming into you guys for our clinic with Dan and Thad that morning, and Mr. Phillips came in and he shared with you guys, you know, Miss Snyder's here, that should speak for itself. And we rose above everything. And I remember getting more and more crazy news that weekend and just sitting at home with my husband and my two buddies. And I remember tearing up and I said, you know what? And you can ask them this. I said, you know what? We're going to sweep Polka. And they just looked at me. What? In the middle of all this is what you're talking about? Yep. We're going to sweep Polka. This huge adversity in me, I know we're going to have a huge accomplishment as a group as long as I stay focused and I stay stable and I stay determined with who I have, because that's been my thing this year too. I know whose I am. I know who I am. I know what I can do, y'all, but more importantly, I know who I had, and I had you all. And because I had you all, I wanted to come to work every day. Because I had you all, I wanted to work with you all the time. Because I had you all, I was studying more of what I could pour into you. Because I had you all, I had joy in the midst of strife. And because I had you all is why we were as victorious as we were this year. So I want to say a special thank you to Stefan for doing great work with the kids. I want to say a special thank you to Amir for just all your guidance as far as all the like logistical things and here's where this is and here's how we do this and this, that, and the other. And like, I just appreciated it so much. And Stephen, I just love you so much. Thank you for quickly becoming one of my best friends and just loving on these kids and showing them what real show choir is and how it is a loving, nurturing, self-developing environment. Thank you for joining forces with me and taking over the show choir world one jazz hand at a time. Thank you to all the boosters for your love and support and just for raising amazing students to work with. Thank you to all the kids, all of you. Like, thank you, each and every one of you, for just being who you are. You know, I've loved who you are from day one, but I've loved so much of who you become. And I can't wait to see who you become in the future. Seniors, I've shared enough with you that this has been such an amazing year because of you all embracing me and giving me a shot. And I'm never going to forget any of you, ever. And I better see you at all the alumni stuff next year. And the kids that are coming back and running with me again next year, we're going to have just as much fun, if not more. And no matter what this world and this situation throws at us, we're going to have a great time together. We're going to have great growth together. And we are going to do amazing things together again next year. Thanks, y'all.
The Battle of Yorktown, 1781.
Monsieur Hamilton.
Monsieur Lafayette.
In command where you belong.
Are you saying no sweat? We're finally on the field, we've had quite a run.
Immigrants, we get the job done.
So what happens if we win?
I go back to France, I bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance.
We'll be with you when you do.
Go, lead your man.
I see you on the other side.
Till we meet again.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Till the world turns upside down.
Till the world turns upside down.
Negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort their men out of Yorktown. They stagger home single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets. There are screams and church bells ringing. And as our fallen foes retreat, I hear the drinking song they're singing.
The world turned upside down. 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 Down, 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 down.
Freedom for America, freedom for France.
Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son.
I was younger than you are now. When I was given my first command, I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and felt the shame rise in me. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on me. History has its eyes on me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you. But remember, from here on in, history has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you.
Only had time, and when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? See you every time, and when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?